So the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. This line started off at Green Bay -4.5. It has moved a full point. A lot of action coming in on Chicago, a lot of action coming in on Green Bay. They moved to 5.5. The total for the game is 44.5. Need I remind you, the Chicago Bears have hit the under every single week this year. They're like the Cowboys, except the under. So
that's a low under.
Yeah, they hit it though. This game is easy. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. I'm gonna put $100 down on it. I haven't yet, and the line moved on me. But guess what? I don't care. I like them all the way up to 6.5. I'm taking Green Bay minus the points, whatever that may be. Let me just talk a little bit about this game. Khalil Mack, bruised ribs, hurt foot, might not play. Rumor is we're trying to ship out Hakeem Hicks. He's not going to play. That's huge. Two huge defensive players. Our secondary, not very good. Besides Jalen Johnson and Eddie Jackson, we're not good. So we're going to get killed. I don't know how else to explain it. Our running back, Darren Williams, he's out, got COVID. Khalil Hubbard, is Herbert. Khalil Herbert, sorry, is starting. I don't see this game. Justin Fields has a banged up knee. Green Bay always beats Chicago. Aaron Rodgers is 20-5 in his career against us. He has 55 touchdowns to only 10 interceptions. This game is just, it's a no-brainer. I can see why Green Bay moved up a full point. I take them all the way up to 6.5. This is a bet your mortgage kind of thing. And I'm not kidding. So go Green Bay.
Jesus.
Well,
what a sell.
It was a good enough sell earlier in the week for me to ride or die with him. I put 100 on it too. I've heard from 3 different Bears fans so far, and they've all said we're gonna fucking get slaughtered. I've seen the stats. So I even looked up some of the stats myself, and if I remember the numbers correctly, the Packers and the Bears have played or at least in Rodgers' career against the Bears, they've played
25 times.
20. No, it was 26. It was 26. And the Packers won 21 times out of the 26 games. And Flush even told me himself, like 2 of the 3 games that the Bears actually won is because they fucking injured Rodgers during the game. And Rodgers was out. So, I mean, between those stats right there, that the Packers have like an 80% winning streak ever since Rodgers became their QB every time they play the Bears. And I've got 3 fucking Bears fans all telling me, yeah, we're going to get fucking slaughtered. I'm riding with that shit. I'm on it.
I think I like, I don't know how I am $100 worth, but I do think based on how the Bears look this year, I think it's a safe bet too. But I put a largish bet on a different game, but I'm not going to do it because I don't know about Rodgers, man. Green Bay's just playing so weird.
So that's the thing, though, Jeremy. Like looking at this game, I said to myself, I know the statistics, I know the story that the numbers tell, but I'm looking at how the team looked lately, and how Green Bay looks as of late is not convincing, considering that they barely managed to beat Joe Burrow's Cincinnati Bengals.
Yes.
The team that deserved to get Joe Burrow because they were bottom of the barrel. Yes. Now, I know what you'll say. You'll say, Bears fans will say, hey, we know this game and he comes alive for this game. But, I thought that Rodgers was really hyped up for this season. All the stuff that he was putting out right before the start of the season, one last ride, once more into the darkness. But I have not seen that come to fruition. So I'm a little bit worried about this matchup. And I'm looking at Justin Fields develop and grow game by game. I feel like he's getting more confidence. I talked a little shit about Justin Fields earlier in the year on the pod. I'm just gonna say right now, I was wrong.
Yeah,
I was wrong. I like Justin Fields. I think he's a special player. I think he's a special talent, and this one worries me. It really does worry me. What if this is the turning of the tide? What if this is the Bears saying, you know what? We're going to drop our big, hairy bear balls on this field, and we're just going to say, hey, you know what? No more. No more, bully. No more. We're taking back the playground.
Do you think
more.
Justin,
you can't push us around.
Justin's going to drop some justice on the fields?
I don't know.
Can I just jump in here and drop some knowledge? That's going to be like, what the fuck? So this is going to be the 203rd time these two teams have met. The Packers hold the winning record at 101 to 95 and 6. The 6 is the draws. So Eric, it does happen. See. Listen, this is fucking nuts. All right. Aaron Rodgers, his last time, with Aaron Rodgers as starting quarterback, Green Bay is 25-1, including the playoffs against the Bears. With one loss coming in the 2013 season after Rodgers had to leave the game with an injury after the first series. So technically, I mean, I guess that's a loss, but he's only really lost 4 times. Here's the kicker. The Packers have scored 30-plus points in 5 of the last 8 road games against the Bears, including 35 last season. We're done for, guys. I mean, this isn't even going to be close.
So I think, okay, with that said, I think that both Flesh, you and Jay have both made some compelling points. Now, with that said, again, Fields, he's got a bad knee right now, and the kid's still developing. I don't know if he's like head-to-head with a tenured quarterback like Rodgers ready, right? And then on top of that, I locked my bet in at 4.5, not where it's at right now at 5.5. I mean, I don't know. There's some question as to whether or not does it really matter when it's 4.5 to 6.5, because you don't usually see games that end with that kind of spread. But I still think I don't know. I don't think that Fields is ready for this yet. And
it's not Fields. It's Nagy. Nagy is a horrible coach. He runs that offense. It's shit. We're 32 in the league.
Wait, I thought Nagy isn't running it anymore.
Bill Lazor's the play caller, but it's Nagy's offense implemented.
Oh
yeah.
So it's just basically Bill Lazor is being a meat shield. I'm going to move on after this, right after I say this. Last season, Aaron Rodgers registered a passer rating of 132.2 and 147.9 against the Bears to give him 8 games with a passer rating of 125 plus against the Bears, the most by any quarterback against the Bears since 1950, minimum 15 attempts. Here's the kicker, and this is what Rodgers wants. Rodgers has 23 TDs at Soldier Field, 2 shy of Brett Favre's 25 passing TDs at Soldier Field. He wants that record, boys. He knows this rivalry inside and out, and he's gonna want the fucking record.
That's another very compelling argument. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm already sold. I've got
bet responsibly, but bet your mortgage. Bet responsibly, but get yourself a house.
So only if you own like 3 or 4 properties because you're a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
You can afford to lose one house.
So let's move on.